Hey guys, Bryce, coming at you with a book chat. Going to chat about them books, whatnot. My first book chat is actually on a non-fiction book, which I know is surprising for those of you that know me, but I often get accused of being a-religious in my class, so I figured that it would be interesting to recommend the book that is fundamentally religious at its base. So this book is by a guy called Thomas Merton. It's called The Storey Mountain, and it's a personal memoir. He calls it an autobiography of faith or whatever else. But what I think is really interesting, Thomas Merton was a writer. He was a secular guy. He was a journalist. He wrote poetry and novels and stuff. And then one day in his 20s, basically at his prime, he just converts and then becomes a monk in a monastery. And this book is about what first started the idea of the conversion in him, but then also about his struggles adapting to this new life and about what he thought his own deficiencies were. And I like it because it's half memoir, half philosophy. It has a lot to do with introspection and kind of the nature of ourselves and kind of who we are as individuals and how those things affect us. Here's a good excerpt. I got it underlined. That's how good it is. Check it out. It says, most people more or less live for themselves and for their own interests and pleasures or for those of their own family or group, and therefore they're constantly interfering with one another's aims and hurting one another and injuring one another, whether they mean it or not. And it's full of a lot of kind of practical truths like that to kind of make you a little bit introspective and kind of make you think about the nature of your own life and those kind of things. I read it at a pretty pivotal point in my existence. This was actually the book that I was reading right whenever I was about to head over to Japan. In fact, some of the notes in the very beginning of my book are whenever I got my first phone call that told me where in Japan I would be living and that kind of thing. And so this book to me kind of played a pivotal role because this book is about his adaptation to being a monk and the struggles surrounding that and kind of figuring out what the essence of his self was at a time whenever I was experiencing the same thing. And the reason that I'm recommending it is that a lot of you, especially the juniors and the seniors, are about to go through a similar situation where you're about to transcend this existence which you've known up until now and embark on a completely new part of what it means to be you. And I think this book is really good at kind of making you think about the important parts of ourselves as we make those kind of transitions. So that's The Storey Mountain, Thomas Merton. It's my one book of nonfiction. I highly recommend it. Read it. As always, if you do read it, I would love to hear your feedback about it. Come and talk to me. I'm in E100. Love to sit down and chat with you about the book. Good times. All right, thanks.